Subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Unpopular Opinion. And as we do on Fridays, we're going around the world. Welcome to another episode, The Runaround. Okay, I am your host. Okay, really? That super producer clown. I am your host, Shawan Burns. And without further ado, we're going to bring up our super producer. What up? What up?
Hey! Good Friday.
I got another gripe. I got another bone to pick. I got another bone to pick with you because
of course you do.
You made my clap and my applause seem unrealistic, and yours seemed like it was more personable.
So you made it.
Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that on a Friday morning?
You mad at the way the Republicans welcomed you on your show? Because
that wasn't no Republican greeting. That was not a Republican greeting.
I can't believe that you are mad at the Republicans. Let's hear them again. All the Republicans in the black, please clap for your candidate here. Now, Democrats, let's do what we do.
Yeah, it sounds like y'all only got 10 people in the background.
Child, we coming in hot.
Yeah,
we definitely coming in hot today. Toy Mafia, what's good?
Toy Mafia in the building.
Glad you're back.
Carrington.
So glad you're back from Waycross, Georgia. Look, Carrington clapping and booing. He booing the Republicans.
There you go, Carrington. He on one today.
It's 41 of you already in the room. Listen, it's Friday. It's doing a run around.
Yeah.
Let's come on. Y'all know how it go. Let's say good morning. We can say good morning back. We get this out of the way. And listen, we coming in all the way hot today because I'm letting you know, listen. Before I can even crack my eyes open, I got people sending me messages about Lil Durk. I seen it at midnight. Okay, I seen it.
What I tell you about Little Durk, his known affiliation?
No, but what did I tell y'all? I said
he ain't never been charged yet, and you jinxed Little Durk. You jinxed Little Durk.
Listen, we gonna blow up, and they gonna ask the unpopular opinion. Don't be talking about nothing on
nothing because like you gotta send in the payment if you don't want to be on the show.
We ready to blow up like another little morning show. I know. Okay, people are tuning in. They're sending us. I even got an email last night about the Menendez brothers. I saw that.
Oh yeah, I see. I put that in our stream too. Yeah,
because what did I tell y'all? See everything that I be talking about. Okay, we be talking. Y'all better tune in.
Get this smoke.
Okay, because unpopular opinion, we know what is going down. Okay,
yeah,
we know. Yeah, I mean, and I love that. Listen, few people know who I am on Facebook. If you do, feel free to inbox me. Somebody did this morning, and I hit them right back. I ain't that person. Inbox me or email me, and I'm going to email you or inbox you right back. I don't ignore people. That's not what I do.
I had to ignore. I had a person that inboxed me. I was like, ugh. This message wasn't written with love. So I put delete, block.
Listen, I ain't talking about your little hate love letters. No, I don't want none of that. But if you want to send me some information or you you want to be like, oh, good show.
Yeah.
We coming. Now, my
Yeah.
block game is just as strong over here, but I'm going to give you a chance, I'm going to give you a chance to get yourself together because everybody deserves to have their opinion, but your opinion about me is like your bank account, insufficient. Don't come over
No,
here.
no. You bouncing checks on this opinion.
Nonsense. You going to get it back. And guess
We're gonna send our blessings to Happy Day. He or she. I'm not for sure. Homesick.
Mm-hmm.
Them.
Yes.
Them
And
is homesick.
Happy Day. Get you some tea, not the tea that Shawan drinks, but some tea, and sit back because we finna cut up, but we finna get into this news, child. Because these people, listen. Okay, it's a her.
It's a her. Okay.
Okay. Thank you,
Okay.
Happy Day.
Happy
Yes,
Day.
give me
Feel
the
better,
lifetime
lady.
membership. And listen, let me tell you something about me when I block. I do generational blocks. So if I'll go on your page before I block you.
It's
I'm gonna
like
block
block
your
all
entire family.
all
Anybody
your
that's dealing
friendships,
with you gonna get blocked.
any
It's
acquaintances.
like
Yeah.
Oprah over here. You get a block, and you get a block, and you get a block. Okay,
You said you doing lineage block.
generational blocks. Ain't that in the Bible when they say Saul begat Eli and Eli begat? That's what we doing over here. That's what we doing over here. We doing generational biblical block.
Biblical box.
So don't test my gangster.
I know
Don't do
that's
that.
right.
Okay, don't do that.
Mm-mm.
All right. So nobody else want to say good morning? We got 54 people on a Friday for the run around.
Laura Holland.
What up,
Laura.
Laura? What you laughing at? Let us know what you laughing at. You laughing at
She
that
probably
giant?
laughing at you, Craig. You already on.
Listen, I got something special for y'all brewing. I showed it to Sharon this morning. She was jealous. She was like, "Oh, you ain't give me one." But we got some things coming down the pipeline for you. You're gonna want to stay tuned in to the Unpopular Opinion.
Yeah.
Because we about to blow up. Ain't that what Mine used to say? We about to blow up.
We about to blow.
Okay.
K-Mac in the building.
Listen, I love
Good
that
morning, K-Mac.
people are in here for the runaround. This is making me feel so good today. I was feeling a little bad.
Yeah, you text me early. I couldn't call you. It was going straight to voicemail. Then you text me. This is your voice in my head. I'll be there in 10 minutes. I was like, I ain't feeling too well. I was like, okay.
I called me. I sounded just like you that day when I called you and I said, "Oh, you okay?" Yeah, just like that. Just like that day, I called you and you said, "Yeah, I'm doing all right." And I said, "What? Are you sure? There's some extra breath in there somewhere. You okay?"
Girl, I'm still feeling the effects.
Okay. Oh, okay. Listen,
That's
y'all
why I got my tea. This is my. I don't know if you heard of burdock root.
Yeah.
It's supposed to help with like your inflammation and all that stuff.
Is it? No, just give me some turmeric tea like the Indians.
I drink the turmeric tea too. I put a little turmeric in it.
Turmeric tea, and I can pretty much. And I got this throat tea that got echinacea in it. Just give me them two. And burdock root. I mean, I don't know about that. I'm not.
Girl, my husband always on the internet trying to self-diagnose himself. So girl, we got all kinds of stuff in that cabinet.
Oh, you saying your husband is a WebMD?
He's a WebMD. Like he's a WebMD. I'm telling you.
And but you do what you do over there. It's kind of working. I can't say that it ain't because the day that I called her, I'm telling you, before she said,
like I was sounding kind of rough, right?
She was sounding like. Yeah. Okay. Well, guess what, y'all? It's Friday night. Just got paid. Hey, party. No? Okay. Well, y'all gonna get to learn the super producer. I am very funny. Everything. I try to keep lighthearted because listen, so much going on in this world right now. You gotta laugh to keep from crying. All right, so nobody else wants to say good morning. If nobody else wants to say good morning, we're gonna get started
Yeah,
with
good
the
stuff.
rigmarole. As Uncle Carl from Flint can say, we're gonna get started with the rigmarole.
The rigmarole.
All right, what we doing? Okay, here you go.
Oh my goodness.
Let's play this and see Jesus where it takes us.
Hey Val, good morning. Lil Durk is charged in a murder for hire scheme. We're working right now to get more details on this investigation, but we know the 32-year-old was arrested Thursday by U.S. Marshals in Florida and is being held in custody. Earlier this month, Banks was sued for his alleged involvement in the deadly shooting of another rapper in Chicago, FBG Duck, that happened 4 years ago. Weekly's family says Banks had a hand in that gang-related shooting in 2020 in the city's Gold Coast neighborhood. Lil Durk and his team didn't comment on that lawsuit, but of course, we'll be sure to provide you with an update when we learn more about the charges Banks is now facing.
Well, okay.
Short and to the point, right?
Okay.
Yeah, Tanya editorial.
He got out of there. So
He got the keys to the city in Chicago and get locked up
the week
in Florida.
no, a few days after you put his business on Front Street.
No, I'm telling you, this is not hidden knowledge. The Little Durk is a known associate or friends with King Von. King Von has several bodies attached to him. So, you know, that murder for hire scheme. Actually, I came across another article. They said it was five other people were arrested in this murder for hire scheme.
Wow.
Some people were in California. So I guess this the guys that were in California, they were saying that this murder for hire scheme was to avenge King Von's death.
Mm.
Because, you know, King Von, he got killed, I think in 2022 or something like that. A couple of years ago, he got killed. Or it might have been the beginning of 2023. I gotta go back, but anyway, this is all allegedly. You just gotta say allegedly, but they arrested him, so they must got some hardcore evidence to get arrested.
Well, this is what I'm talking about when I say we gotta get that little rap sheet going, because the only thing people out here believe is you know, that paper, when they can put up your little
yeah,
rap
if that your criminal career or whatever.
That's it. Okay. Crazy King Von got killed in Atlanta, popping off at the mouth. Oof. Good morning, by the way, Q, out of the DFW. Thank you for joining us. How the hell did Chicago get okay? Did you miss a show? No, you was with us.
No, he was there.
And got locked up. Oh, they be flying. See, these people, you know, because they have access to industry money, they be getting on these private jets.
Private jets, yeah.
They be flying up out of here. Okay. Now we can talk about what are people going to do about Little Durk's music going forward, and what they gonna do about these keys to the city, because they looking crazy right now.
They out here bold.
What did I tell you about that little campaign contribution? See this little stinks? See how this money, this need for this money? See little stinks, how this little money.
All money ain't good money though.
I mean, we know this, but listen, to me, this speaks to the power of it. Like when you get in a seat, and you want to keep the seat, you don't know if you're gonna keep the seat. You are looking to make sure you secure your seat.
Yeah, but you know, then you gotta realize that goes back to my other question. Why are we glamorizing murder, violence? You know it plagues our city. Why are you glamorizing it? Now, even though Little Durk didn't have a rap sheet, he was a known if you from Chicago in that area, you knew that he was in that life and
Listen,
was
let me
about
tell
that
you,
life.
because as a political figure, you cannot move around on speculation. And like I said, they be acting like they gonna need,
The money,
some paperwork.
paperwork.
No,
Okay.
in order to be like, this person is not, somebody we should be dealing with. It's that plausible
I
deniability thing. It's that
okay, yeah, I could see the
that
plausible
you know what I'm saying?
deniability,
It's
but
that
yeah, yeah.
they
Mhm,
clean on paper. What you talking about? Girl, I don't know nothing about that. That's what that is.
mhm,
See what I'm saying?
mhm.
Now,
Now what you gonna do?
uh, that,
Now
and
what
you
you
know
gonna
what?
do?
For one of the mayors, I think, and it's the mayor of Broadview. This really stunned me that that was something that she did, because she's a very good mayor.
She probably, if she not in the life or not, some people.
Yeah,
I could give.
she knows nothing about,
I'm about to say some
no.
politicians, or they probably not in the streets, unless they got somebody on their in their ear saying, "Oh, I heard about this and this and this. You might want to stay away from this person because they do these types of things."
Mhm.
So if she doesn't have nobody in her ear that's in the streets, that's, they got their ear to the ground, I could see her saying, "Hey, I didn't know
Now
nothing about
listen,
this guy."
there
Yeah.
probably is someone somewhere, but they're not close enough to her.
They're not
You know what
close
I'm
enough to
saying?
her
That
for her to listen, you
for
right?
or for her to know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not close enough to her for her to know, because they're not in proximity to be able to speak with her. Is
Got
what
it. Got a question for you. I don't know how this works. Maybe you know. When mayor says, "Oh, I want to give so and so a keys to the city," do they have to go before a city council, trustees, or something like that, or it's
It's
just
probably
based
here
off of them?
it's a resolution that's put forward, and they
Okay.
probably put it forth on a what they call a consent agenda. It's like a
Okay.
bucket agenda that just has a whole bunch of things in it.
Okay.
And if they vote yes,
Hmm.
somebody would have to a trustee would have to say, I would like to remove item such and such from the consent agenda, which would have been maybe his resolution to get the keys to the city. And they would have to say, I'd like to table this, for a
To a
further
letter
discussion,
date. Yeah.
for a further discussion. And so then that would have gotten taken out. But for the most part, if you don't have a corrupt mayor, most people are, and they probably, in all actuality, they probably put his real name on the resolution.
His real name is Durk.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, what's his last name?
Let me look at it. I think it's like Dirk Harris or
You-
Johnson or
Like,
something
who
like that.
thinking Dirk Harris is Lil Durk? You know what I'm saying? If you're looking at a consent agenda and you're looking down and
But
it's
on whoever put it on the consent
no, she
agenda,
put it
they
on
should have
herself probably.
she should have associated his name because, oh, why are we giving him the keys to the city? Because he's famous, right? And
Yeah,
he
but
does a
what
lot
most
in the community. Of course, you put his real name, aka Little Dirk. That's what
yeah,
I would
but people are
think.
not gonna know to put AKA Lil Durk, like some people who don't follow this. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you think about these boards, these trustee boards, don't think about them being a part of like mainstream, keeping up with that stuff, because they don't. I am sure they got some younger family members that can tell them who he is, who
Yeah,
he is.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, true. True,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that's if she mentioned it to them. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
If she said, "Oh, we're gonna give, Dirk, whatever his last name is, the keys to the city," or whatever. That's if she mentioned it to him. I don't know. If I was a person and I'm moving around out here and I don't, move in that type of circle, and I look down and it says Dirk Banks, I say, okay, that must be somebody, they may have asked, hey, what is he doing in the community? Like you said, right? And she said, oh, he did this, 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 and this. And they was like, oh, okay, you know, all right. Well, go ahead, Mayor. You ain't, what I'm saying, we don't have no reason to suspect you. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
our city been clean.
Yeah.
So
But my only question, so he was arrested by the U.S. Marshals in Florida. I'm
right.
assuming that they extradited him back to Chicago if he
There's
was
probably
arrested by the
something.
U.S. Marshal
There's
in Florida.
something that's probably in the works.
Okay.
You need a chain of custody paper, so he would have to be arrested and put in the Florida jail.
Well, what I was getting at is the charge in Florida, or they were arresting him based off of a charge that they
Now, I would
in
assume,
Chicago,
yeah,
because
I
it's
would
U.S.
assume,
Marshal involved. They don't usually
right.
get
I would
involved unless
assume
it's
that it's a charge that they're basing here in Chicago, right?
mm-hmm.
But the marshals had to go pick him up because he was in Florida, and then there are extradition laws in between the states. So they would send their proper paperwork. I'm sure everything would get approved, and then they would begin to extradite him to Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the way it works. You got to contact the local authorities of where you're going. They understand that he's going to be booked and processed in Florida and then extradited. If he requests the extradition hearing, that's where it's going to get tricky. But I would doubt. We can't hear you. No, you having technical difficulties over there,
I
Listen.
I don't know why I pressed the mute button.
Fix
I
Jesus.
said why can't they why wouldn't he request, or why does he have to request an extradition hearing?
No, he's not going to request the extradition hearing. I'm just saying if he does, he could.
Okay.
He could to find out what evidence they have to see, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
To his lawyers could just to stall for time, but I doubt that. I mean, most people just get extradited so they can get whatever over, or get to bail. Cause see, he can't get out of jail until he get to wherever he got to go for the charge.
Well, yeah, and they got a set bond.
Right.
But I'm with
So
K Mac. I mean, it's not 1970s. They could have did a Google search.
yeah,
Like, who is this?
y'all are
Like,
harping on this. Listen, just accept it. People
like
don't do
they
it.
could have did a quick
Man,
Google search. This
it
is
is
like
out
the
here.
old school days. Like,
Man,
we do have the internet.
there's
People got
people out
laptops.
here that ask simple questions every day and don't Google. I promise you. Just go on your Facebook and look down your news feed and see how many people asking crazy questions, and you sitting there like you could
Just
Google that.
Google it.
Okay,
You know
so
what I
y'all
did
act like you don't do that.
my kids the other day. My kid came and asked me, "Mom, how you spell such and such?" And I'm like, "Don't you got a laptop? Why you asking me? You got a and we got the old school dictionaries. You better use one of those. Don't be
Listen,
asking me how to
let me
spell
tell you what
stuff."
my kids is doing. Google how you spell such so. That's what they doing. Okay, my son, he's autistic. He's autistic, but he ain't crazy. He going right there saying,
And Google how you
Google, how you spell conniving? And Google gonna spell the whole word.
yeah.
Conniving is spelled CONN. That's what they doing over here. So, but like I said, y'all acting like people don't ask simple questions and just don't research. This is how you get these people in office. That's how you get these people in office because people are not researching. Y'all killing me with this. Like this
This
is
ain't brand new. We acting brand new.
yes. No, I'm looking up everything. If I can find something on my job, I'm Googling it. Bam, there you go.
Exactly.
Hey Mac, you are a very smart person.
Like,
I mean, we need to start realizing that we don't move around
with smart people.
sometimes.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, just look down your news feed, please.
Okay.
I guarantee you're gonna come by somebody that asks something and you like.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I be checking the calendar. make sure I'm in 2024 when I see some questions like that.
Yeah.
I know you got wood paneling in your house if you sitting up here asking that.
Right. Wood
So,
paneling.
okay, so yes, Siri. You got Siri, you got Alexa. These should
Yeah.
be a thing. For me, I feel like they need to have somebody that is assigned to research when they want to give keys out to the city and give rewards and
But
you know.
I think for them to be officials, they don't need to assign. They just need to do their due diligence. I mean, you
I
could
mean, they're busy
possibly
people,
give keys to the city to a mass murderer.
but
It's
they're busy
just
people. So, and listen, we definitely don't like to see these type of things.
yeah.
Now you're gonna have to be like, give my key back. Like, like what? And you just gave it to him. The key ain't even
You
got
just
code because you
the
just
key.
gave it to him.
Hopefully, it's the keys to the cell so he can get out.
Absolutely not. If he did this, hopefully,
That's why he got the keys. He's got to get
hopefully
out
it's
of
the key to forgiveness
get
because
out of
he
free
gonna need
jail
it.
card.
Hopefully it's the key to forgiveness because he gonna need it after
Okay.
this. I'm just saying. Well, Lil Durk,
Lil Lil
I
Durk.
mean, I'm sorry for you if you were trying to turn a corner and the
It
corner,
wasn't fast enough.
the corner moved.
the
'Cause
the corner moved. You made a left and
moved.
the turn was a right.
Okay, the corner has moved. But for me, this is the other part.
What?
Like you were saying, it's all a front. For me, it's the mayors. You getting ready to get accosted by these news media right here
Oh yeah, they
in
gonna eat their asses up.
Ben Bradley. They ain't playing.
Ben Bradley ain't nothing to be played with.
But
He already foiled all Lil Durk's probably alleged charges. Some
Regina,
charge he got beat or whatever.
they all coming for you.
Yeah.
They're coming to ask you, Mayor, you just gave Lil Durk the key to the city last week. He was indicted. Did you know that he was indicted? And
Did
they're
you
gonna
know
go
about his checkered past?
immediate no comment. Because what can you say? So there's that. But yeah, so we're gonna transition from that to my this next one is mine because it kind of connects and I want to kind of ask you all a question about it.
Mhm.
Let's play this because I haven't seen it. Let's see what they talking about. It might not have any sound. Okay, so Wiz Khalifa has
Okay.
been
Why
indicted.
he sweating like that?
Yeah, it's hot. He's in Romania.
Oh my god.
So he's been
He's
indicted.
hot and high.
I'm dead. Can you let me get through this, please? Oh my
Okay,
God.
I'll let you
These
speak.
are the days that you be taking me out. Uh, he had a show in Romania.
Okay.
He went to Romania. You just saw him light up
Okay.
on stage
Right.
and he was arrested and indicted
On
in
drug
another
charges.
whole country.
He was super chill. He just kept walking up to me like, "This weed is amazing." He was like,
And he's talking
"I feel
about
like I'm
here,
floating,"
smoking weed with
and I wanted
microphone.
to make a swimming joke, but I
But
was
he's
like, "I'm just
coming.
gonna keep that to myself,
Yeah.
bro." That dude's got like Aquaman's lungs, bro. Like
Yeah, so I feel like the weed probably hits him hard.
the weed inhale. He's like smoking a joint like in 2 puffs.
Okay. So
You are in a foreign country. You need to be knowledgeable about their laws. You can't just say, I'm an American citizen. We smoke weed.
well,
That's what I'm going to do on my show.
well,
No.
you could say that about Brittany Griner when she went
Exactly. And that's why they should have left her ass in jail.
Okay, but that's not what I want to talk. This is what
Okay. Okay.
I asked y'all this, I think, before when this whole thing started with Diddy. Is this an assault on the music industry as a whole?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think these are isolated incidents. I could see if they were taken down for specific um reasons like sexual assault and stuff like that.
Listen
But
to me.
okay.
So listen to my thought process.
Okay.
So over here in America, because
Mhm.
he's in a foreign country,
Right.
usually the foreign countries follow America.
Okay.
Recently, we have been indicting, arresting
Mhm.
music artists and people in the industry.
Okay.
Now look at what they doing. Because listen, that man didn't just go over there and just light up and be like, "Oh man." No, it seemed like to me that's something he been doing, going over there with different shows.
Okay.
Because first of all, my so I know someone who knows Wiz Khalifa.
Okay.
He's very smart.
Yeah,
He
he's
is
a
a
very smart,
very, very
very smart.
intelligent man.
Mhm.
So he's absolutely not going to go somewhere and do something that could get him arrested because he's smart. He's a smart man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I know for a fact that he's a
Then
smart
why
man.
did he do it then?
No, I told you. He's been overseas before.
Okay.
So I feel like, see, this is what the foreign, internet said they watch America. So now they're beginning to do what it is that we are doing. Because look at how Nicki Minaj went to France and got arrested and detained
Oh, I
because
didn't know that. When was this?
they claim that she had you on your
Sh-
computer now?
Yeah,
Google
I'm
it.
on a computer.
She
Okay.
was in France. They arrested her or detained her. She wanted to know why. The accusation was that she had drugs. That was the accusation. Yes, cute. They're not with the drug thing, but however, the Netherlands as a whole is okay with me. Yes, they're not with the drug thing, but however, for me, they have started to detain and arrest more celebrity type
Uh,
individuals from America. Brittany Griner, Wiz Khalifa, Nicki Minaj. Matter of fact, what's that boy name? Another rapper was over there for that fashion week they have over there. They arrested him. What is his name?
I
I
could
believe
say
he has
that.
a child with one of the Kardashians. I don't know
Mhm.
his name, but recently, this is what has been going on.
Well, I don't think it's a indictment on the music industry. Now, I this is what I believe. I think it's broader than that. I believe that U.S. looks kind of unstable right now, so it's like, oh, we could pick with the U.S. I think that's a broader statement, and only reason why we're hearing about these people being locked up or held or detained is because they're famous. But we know there's other people out there that travel to these foreign countries and they've been detained. And some of them never get the news media or the news attention like Wiz Khalifa and all these other individuals, famous individuals. And they stay locked up. They have to call the embassy or the consulate to get some type of representative lawyer to represent them. And a lot of times they don't have enough money and they end up getting convicted of minor charges and end up spending years behind bars in these other Travis Scott Carrington.
That's his
Yeah,
name.
Travis, that's his name.
Listen, I'm not worried about the people that I know that there's a lot of regular, everyday Americans that get arrested, and that is true. But I'm saying now it's become a wider thing that they do because I'm telling you, who else was detained? James Harden, basketball player, was detained while he was over there for the Fashion Week as well. Um, I just feel like it.
Where was Fashion Week in Paris?
Hmm.
Yeah, in Paris, a lot of people were detained in
Well,
Paris during
You had Kelly
the you
Rowland, and
during the
other.
Olympics too.
Yeah, but you had Kelly Rowland, you had Serena Williams, all of those people saying that they were being treated horribly.
I'm saying that I don't think it's an indictment on the music industry. I think it's an indictment on America.
So you think it's now an a international view of Americans has
Yeah,
gone down.
yeah,
So
I really
this
believe
is
that.
what is the result of that.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you're traveling out of the country,
Hmm.
and I'm just gonna tell you for real, wherever you're traveling to, if you're traveling abroad, you need to learn their laws and their
Laws,
rules,
yeah.
especially for us because now we have started this Dubai thing, right? And
Hmm.
one thing I'm gonna tell you about Dubai is
They don't allow you to scream.
no,
Remember that girl that got arrested for
women
screaming?
women are not respected over there.
No, no.
They're not respected over there. So there's a hierarchy there. So it's men and women. Women never talk to men directly over there. So if you're traveling over there, make sure you get you a reputable concierge service
Hmm.
so that you know the rules and so that you have somebody that can speak for you if you're traveling as women,
Hmm.
okay? Because they're going to take your money. Yeah. But if something goes wrong, they're not going to listen to you. So that's my tip for you. Make sure if you're traveling out of the country, you know what the rules are, what their laws are about certain things. Just make sure you're knowledgeable because now Dubai, everybody got this Dubai thing. Oh, I'm going to Dubai. Okay, go over there to Dubai and something happened. That lady had rented a car. They did something. They told her one price, and when she came back, it was a whole much
That's the
more price.
lady, the
She
lady
began to
trucker. She ended
yes,
up
and she began
raising her
to
voice, and they
and they arrested her for raising
arrested
her
her.
voice in public because as a woman, you cannot do that, especially not to another man.
Yeah,
And so
yeah. That's what Dubai. It's no reason for you to go over there unless you go on with a group of people. But I told you they go over there single. I always look at single woman side eye. Oh, I'm going to Dubai. Yeah, you going to get your booty hole exploited.
here we go again. A lot of Arab countries don't respect women. You make a good point. Okay. Okay. And
We
girl,
know
I'm
that.
not doing this booty hole thing with you because y'all seen the clip. When I said something about it, then she said, mm-mm. We're not doing that.
They going over to there to
We're not doing
get
that. I'm not going
dumped
to
on,
wanna act like you didn't say it. And now you
dumped on, and
saying it
booty
again.
hole.
Now you up here saying it again. No, ma'am. I'm not playing that game with you today. You trying to bait me. Nope. Um, so just make sure you know the rules because just like Carrington said, a lot of American A-listers, but a lot of regular people have gotten arrested um in Europe lately, more so.
Hmm.
More so.
Hmm.
More so. We are seeing more American women get arrested in these foreign countries and thrown in jail. There's another case that I can think about. Maybe we'll talk about that. Foreign travel. Maybe the next run around, we'll talk about foreign travel or something because this issue needs to be addressed. Y'all need to know these things. Just like y'all ain't Googling who Lil Durk is, then okay, y'all need to be really concerned about this travel thing because now y'all think y'all catching flights and all that. In Southwest Asia, women are being behind the men, not allowed to walk with them, but behind them. That includes their little boys. Okay? Y'all, we need some international travel etiquette. Okay, because me, I don't go anywhere without researching, what their laws are, what their customs are. There's a guy, I think he's on TikTok. He does customs for every country. What the customs are, what you're supposed to do, not do, what's considered rude, because they think that Americans are the most rude people on the planet. I can't disagree.
Yeah, we are. We're real arrogant.
They feel like we can conduct ourselves more so like animals when we're out in
We
public.
do. We do.
So, just make sure you going on TikTok. You can find anything on TikTok. I'm telling you, them is some whole investigators over there.
I agree with you. Just follow their you're not in America no more. And then you realize how great America is when you go over to these other countries. So just follow their rules.
Yeah,
Look up their rules and their customs and follow it.
and if you hire a travel agent, make sure it's a knowledgeable travel agent. They should be able to tell you what the rules and customs are to where you want to go.
But
They should
like
be able
places
to
like
guide you.
Middle East, Dubai, and all those countries over there, I would suggest hiring somebody that could a trusted guide or concierge service that could guide you
And
in
there are lots
throughout the
of you
day.
can join. I'm a part of a UAE group on Facebook. It's for blacks. It's a black all blacks travel to UAE or something like that. And they talk about, you can ask any question in there about anything, about how to dress, about what their rules are, what taxi service or, driver service they should use, because they have Ubers, but they're different. They call different something different. And so they'll tell you what that is. I mean, Facebook got all these groups. Y'all talking about Googling stuff. Y'all need to be Googling that. Going over here, getting arrested in these people's countries. And then the American consulate got to come and fight for your butt and give up all kinds of stuff to get you up out of jail. So, just,
Hmm.
all right, so we going to this next one. This wasn't mine. This was Shawan's.
That's Menendez, I believe.
No,
What is it?
that's not. This is your Spirit Airlines.
Girl, wait till you see this face.
Is it in here? Okay, yes, it's in here. Okay,
Play the video.
let me play the video. Okay.
Just play it.
What in the fuck? A nigga got a whole super red. Oh shit. It's a super red. On a motherfucking plane.
That's from the DF of LAX. Child, did you see that
That's
said?
Spirit Airline.
But it said the DFW.
Disgusting.
Okay, I've never ridden on Spirit Airlines, and you know why?
Because of that?
Because it gives me soul plane vibes every time I see. Man, I used to see these like people would be doing these videos on Facebook and you see the duct tape on the armrest. Absolutely not. I, I would be like, and you still got on the plane anyway? That be the part for me. Get my money back. I'm getting right off this plane. I don't care I don't care if the ticket $30.
I know
I'm not
people
going.
that travel Spirit Airlines and they get cheap and they travel all the time. They go
I'm not
across
going.
the world and travel.
Ladies, that's how most of the world look at us. We are the arrogant ones, push our ideas on them and criticize, ridicule their way of life so they despise us out of both
Of
hate and
hate and
jealousy.
jealousy, yeah.
Yeah, no, it gives me soul plane vibes. Spirit Airline does. And every time I see their flight attendants in the airport, they're always, how can I say this without looking like I hate myself? Um, they're always ghetto acting.
Let me
They're pulling the bag and they'd be like, "Girl, I ain't going. You going? I ain't going." Absolutely not.
That is hilarious.
Like, say what now? So my picture of Spirit Airlines is, when Snoop Dogg was flying the plane
Mhm.
and um he was like, "We gonna have a rough landing," and the tires had like 20s, or in that case, probably like hundreds on them.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Oh, absolutely not. We're not doing that.
Girl, look at this. You ever heard of Nate Jackson?
We can't hear it."
Uh,
There you go.
It's a Spirit flight. The flight attendants got on headphones.
Okay, I told you.
In case of emergency, will you open the door for people? I need a verbal yes. The fuck, the fuck, the fuck, the fuck, the fuck, the
told you.
fuck. Yes, bitch, we about to
Yes.
take off. Ooh, ooh. Spirit be throwing the snacks at. You gotta pay attention. The fuck was that? Peanuts!
I told you. I told you. Okay, Q. This is me. I'm not finna be treat. You got me 30,000 feet in the air. What? No. We're not doing duct tape on the armrest. And the one video that I saw, duct tape, like I mean, like a mechanic, like the backyard mechanics that pull up to your house in the Fred Sanford truck, and they got duct tape everywhere, even on the tail light. Yeah, no, that's the
Yeah,
that-
I typically fly Delta literally all the time. The last maybe 10 flights I flew was all Delta. I was, United Airlines are pretty good in American, but I got into it with a flight attendant on United Airlines, and it really
Not you about
pissed
to
me
get on a
off.
no-fly list for United Airlines.
No, she called me a little girl.
Oh.
And I'm like, "No, I'm not a little girl. You're gonna respect me. It's
Absolutely.
Mrs."
Now, why would she say that?
Well, this was probably maybe 10 years ago, but I mean, I know I look young, but don't do that, you know.
That
So I got, we got in a little spat, and I put her in her place, but it's like I just felt some type of way. And it was a black lady. That's what really pissed me off. And she was about my age, and she had to she I don't know what, she had a bad day. I'm not for sure. But we that's why I stopped flying United Airlines, because of her. I just didn't like, and
now,
then the whole flight, something went wrong. The
true.
flight
I'm
was
trying to act
delayed.
surprised for her, but this is true.
Still, if I'm flying, I think I was flying somewhere, because I had an engineering job somewhere, but it's like I have a whole suit on. Why are you calling me a little girl? It's not like had a jogging suit or anything like that on. I had a literal whole suit on. So, and I got really irritated because she's like, little girl, that's not gonna fit in there. I'm like, what?
And you clearly are still irritated.
I'm very irritated.
Okay, I said this. We hold on to stuff. I know that. My thing
Very
is,
irritated.
okay, so I typically fly Southwest. Love Southwest because I fly with my kids,
Okay.
and we can do family boarding sometimes. And my son, who is autistic, like I said, all of my kids are autistic, but my son in particular, because he's higher on the spectrum
Functioning.
than most of them, but he particularly enjoys Southwest. And if I say we're gonna fly another airline,
He flips out.
boy, he's
I ain't
like,
going there.
but they treat him. I do have to alert the crew. I have the crew alerted that he is autistic,
Okay.
and most of the time when I do that, um, because noise sometimes bothers
Bothers him.
him.
Hmm.
We get, we sit in the back of the plane, but when I do that, the pilots of every flight we've ever been on have had him in the cockpit, and they give him the little wings and stuff, and he be so excited. And then he goes back to his seat, and he be so excited, and he be like, "Oh
Like,
man."
I be getting
So
treats on this
yeah, so
airline.
I have always,
I'm
you know,
getting
people
fried
think,
chicken.
well, now
Like,
I'm dead. They probably serving some on Spirit.
oh yeah, you know they are.
Look, right out of the cooler.
Oh my God. I
Okay,
can just
but yeah, so
imagine
I
just a
tip
rat falling down on the ceiling and you while you eating your pizza, like and the rat
yo,
like
when I was single, I used to love to fly Delta. If
oh
I was
Delta
flying,
is
I used
the
to love to fly Delta, but, I'm Southwest now. But, okay, so we going one other place, and so
okay. Hold on.
this
Okay.
right here,
Mhm.
video of singers' alleged torture sparks Cameroon outrage. Now listen, this particular artist, so now we talk about music, so I just wanted to bring this
Okay.
in too.
Okay. Okay.
This is
The
the
artist.
singer,
Okay.
and he is known for making hits about bad governance, colonialism,
Bism.
and
Mhm.
other social ills. Said the video was taken after he was arrested in 2019, but this is the first time it has been seen by the public.
Oh
I
my
don't know if the
goodness.
video is in here. Wow.
Oh my
Look at what they
goodness.
doing to him. And all that is for the music that he makes against social injustice.
In bad government.
Okay? Now I can commend this man. Shout out to, I don't I don't know if that's Longu. I don't
That's
know
what
how
it
to
looks
say
like.
that, but
Long.
Simon
Simon.
Ongana Agano,
Mhm.
this is him. Salute to you, sir.
Mhm.
This is our runaround all-star of the day,
Mhm.
because this the type of music that the kids really need to be listening to. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But shout out to him for that. What
Mhm.
else did you have? Hold on. But
Girl,
did
the
you see what they were doing to
Menendez.
him with that chair?
Yeah,
That
that's
was
crazy.
okay. That is insane for music. For music. For some music that is
Music
probably changing
moves
people.
people. It to change the culture, to change the dynamics of how the people feel. So, and that's why we should do our research before we start giving keys to the city. That's the only reason why I say that, because it does change dynamics of the culture. It changes the dynamics of government. Look at Bob Marley. But when Bob Marley, he was you know, into the political realm, and they got rid of him.
Wow. Okay. Oh, so that right there, but to be subjected to that in your own country, I know he has to feel some type of way. But also, he is standing up. He's standing up for his people. He's standing up for corruption. Man, for him to do that, he's got to give himself away. He's got to be ready to get arrested at any point in time. And that is, that's something to be said for his character. So salute to him. Cameroon, you should get behind this man. I'm just saying. The next thing I want to talk about is this. Y'all know I got to bring sports into something. Deion Sanders, as we all know, he went from Jackson State.
Prime time.
He gets on my nerves, and still,
Prime time.
still,
You
he
know.
gets on my nerves. But we know he went from an HBCU, which was Jackson State University. He brought them up to notoriety, fame, began to win with
Mhm.
them.
Mhm.
And he went from there to the Midwest
Okay.
at a predominantly,
White school.
I'll let you say it,
Mhm.
um, Colorado, and now all of a sudden, we are all pro this white school. Are we pro this white school or are we pro Deion Sanders? And for me, I feel like you all don't want to be gentrified, but I feel like Deion Sanders is out here gentrifying football.
Okay. I'm not for sure.
Because look
I'm
at
not
this.
for sure
He's
that.
bringing Louis Vuitton. He's bringing, okay, so Louis Vuitton offer letter takes Colorado to another level. Why didn't Louis Vuitton offer him something while he was at Jackson State University, which is a HBCU? And let me tell you, I feel a certain type of way about him leaving that HBCU and not going to help another one.
I don't feel no type of way
I,
about
I
that.
definitely do.
But
Because
why? It's his career.
there's a
It's his
lot of other
career.
HBCUs out here that could have used
No,
the
no, no.
money that he
You
brings
can't
in.
put that on this man's career. He didn't sign up to be Mother Teresa. He
First
just
of
said,
all,
I want to
I
be
can't put it
a
on his
football
career. That's
player.
the career that he's making. He's making a name for himself by turning around football programs.
Okay, he don't have
Why
to
you
turn
could
around
well, why
all the
couldn't he
black
continue
football
to turn around
programs.
HBCU football programs? Y'all get in the comments and go off.
No,
Let me
no,
know what your
no.
thoughts are.
I don't think you could put that on a
The way
person
that
to
these
say
HBCUs
you got to
funding,
direct your career to turn
the one
around all
the way
HBCUs. You can't
the
do
way
that
these
to one man.
HBCUs are being underfunded, he could have
So
brought a lot of funding to these
maybe that
HBCUs.
one
And you
that's
got
not
me
what
reading
God told
Aggie
him to.
Pride. How can you have Aggie Pride if you not supporting this man going to another HBCU from the one
I
he
do
left?
have Aggie pride, but I'm
And
not
you
gonna
don't.
say it's
And you don't.
I'm not gonna say it's Dion's responsibility to turn around all the
It's absolutely Dion's
HBCUs.
responsibility to do so.
Oh my goodness.
It's
There you
absolutely
go. There
responsibility.
you go. You
Absolutely.
got yeah, you get I don't think so. I don't
Absolutely,
think
because he
so.
has a platform. Absolutely, because he has a voice.
N-
Absolutely,
no,
because he has
no,
African American
no,
children. Absolutely.
no, no.
Absolutely.
I don't
Y'all
agree
get in
with
these
that.
comments. I don't see anybody commenting. Y'all get in these comments.
I don't agree
Let
with
me know.
that.
Now they're saying Louis Vuitton offer letter has taken Colorado to another level. Why?
I'm
I,
not
I, I don't feel like they're
I'm
taking it to
feel
another level. I feel like gentrification has been taken to another level.
now when we
I feel
say
like
about the Louis
um
Vuitton thing, I'm not I feel no way or another about that, but I just really don't believe that one person is a charge or they should bear the weight of turn around all the HBCUs. If you finish with that one, you could only stay at a HBCU.
I
That's
didn't say you
unfair
could
to
only
Dion
stay at
and
the HBCU,
in
but
his
there are lots
career.
of HBCUs out here that need help and that need funding.
Well,
Yeah, and it's
why
not
don't you do
I'm
it?
not saying
Why
that
don't
he
you
needs to
come
do
a football
all of
coach and
them.
you do it? Like,
I
come on now.
listen, if I was a person that had started out in sports, that's absolutely probably what I would be doing. That's
Okay.
absolutely probably what I would be doing.
Okay.
But
You
I'm
sister
not
soldier. You sister soldier. You
it's not about
soldier
me
to
being
the
a soldier. It's about me understanding that people like us do not
Mhm.
get afforded opportunities like these other people do. It's absolutely about me
Not in football.
understanding.
You can't say that. In football, majority of the players in football are black. Come on
We're not
now.
talking about the professional level. We're talking about the college level. So I'm not going at the professional level. Yeah, I'm talking about at the college level. We're pro Dion. Okay, thank you, Q, for clarifying that. Colorado is just in the mix because LV not about to build up an HBU like that. Yep. Okay, that part. But with Dion, his goal was to be coach for Power Conference, so he's gonna make that move. And I don't have any problem with his aspirations,
Oh, you
but
do.
but
When you
he
say that, you do have a
no,
problem with his
I don't have any problem with his
aspirations.
aspirations. His aspirations is to be in a power conference. So you have to know about conferences in college football. So I don't have any problem with that.
Mhm.
But Aren't there some HBCUs in these power conferences?
What?
I think
Okay,
that's
can
the
you
problem.
tell me what all the HBCUs that's a D1 school?
I don't know because I don't. I follow the teams I like. They're mostly black colleges, but
That's where we because I
I'm
mean,
asking the question: is he? And of course, I see you guys are pro Dion, so wherever he goes, that's where y'all gonna go. And that's what I've been noticing. I've been noticing that it doesn't matter what school he's going to. This is about just following Dion. But for me,
I
I
think it's
don't watch
so
these
unfair
football
for
games.
you. I think it's so unfair for you to say to one man, "Hey, you turned around this HBCU. Now it's your responsibility
So
to
you
turn
didn't think it was
around another
so you
HBCU." I
didn't
think
think
it's
it was
so
fair.
unfair for you to say that.
Okay, so you didn't think it was fair for Jerry Jones, who is white, to come out every football game, every game day to Deion Sanders and Emmett Smith and all of them, Troy Aikman,
Hmm.
and tell them you one man and I'm depending on you to make this football team a winning team. It's the same concept.
I think he was being, like I said, it's unfair for us
But you
as
didn't
people.
think that it was unfair for Jerry Jones, who is
No, it's
white.
not unfair. It's not
You didn't
unfair because he signed up for that job.
and he signed up
That's why they
for
called him
to
prime
change the
time. He
and he's
signed up for
signing
that job. He
and he's
signed up
signing up
to
to
turn
change
around
football
Jacksonville.
excuse
And
me,
then
he's
he said,
signing up
I'm
to
going to go to
change football
Colorado.
programs.
He signed up to turn
He
Colorado around.
and he's signing up to change football programs. Colorado, like you said, is just in the mix. It's not that he specifically chose that one. It's just in the mix. It's the one that offered him the highest amount of money, of course.
What's
But
wrong with
it's
that?
just in the
But
mix.
what's wrong with that, though?
I, you said we're talking about the SWAC and the MEAC are the D1 HBCU schools, but they are D1AA. Colorado and Texas and other big schools are D1A. Yeah, that part.
Howard University, North Carolina,
Now, like I
A&T, and
said,
Florida A&M are the
like I
D1
said,
schools
you
and
think it's fair for this
HBCU.
white man to come out and tell these black players every game, they're one man now. I'm depending on you to give me a winning record. When
Well,
there's
no,
a
not
plethora
only
of
they got to
players
do
on the
their
team.
part. We know in
But
football
I do
is
remember Jerry Jones coming out and speaking with Deion Sanders, Emmett Smith, and various other players
those
telling
are
them,
called
okay,
team leaders, though.
n
If they're the team leaders, of
it's the
course they're gonna
same
say that.
concept. He's a
They're gonna
leader
say that.
in the community. He's a
They
leader in the community.
apparently he's
Same
not a
concept.
leader in our community because he's at a white school.
Uh, so you're admitting that he's gentrifying. Okay, thank you.
No, he's not gentrifying. He's following his career passions.
Thank you for letting
So
the
you
people
can't
know.
work for the white man. I'm just trying to
I mean,
get where
I'm
you're
not
trying to
saying that
get.
you can't work
Where
for the white man. I said that that was okay for him to tell them that, but it's not okay for me to say, "Okay, now you're in a position to help these HBCUs." Why can't that be something?
it's a lot of people that's in the position to help HBCUs. We're giving Dion a lot of slack because he's the only guy that did it. He's the only guy that did it. It's other people. He's not the only quote unquote prime time football player that went to coaching. He's not. So we can't just say it's Dion's responsibility.
I said what I said. I'm not changing what I said.
You don't
It was
need to
okay
change
for
what you
Jerry Jones
said.
to come out and say that, but it's not okay for me to come out and say what I said.
You're not
Okay,
Jerry Jones.
okay.
You don't own the team.
I don't
You
need
not
to
the
be Jerry
you
Jones.
don't own the black community. Now you saying you the owner of the black community? What are you saying here?
No, I'm
You
the owner
sound
of the
like Barack Obama when he
I'm
came
the
out.
owner
All
of the
y'all Negroes got to vote for Kamala Harris.
I'm the owner of
Like
the
he the leader of the black community. No,
I'm the owner of my home community, and I'm also the
You're
mother
not the
of a
leader of the black
son.
community.
I'm also the mother of a
You're
son.
not the
He
spokesperson
did
of the
go with
black
the money. He did go with
community.
the
You're
money, Q.
not.
He went with the money. This girl gets
He
so
should have. He
unhinged
should have.
when
He
I
should
have
have
a
went with the
point.
money.
Okay, y'all see
He should
this?
have went
She
with the
be
money.
unhinged when I have a point.
He should have went with the money.
Moving on. Jennifer Lopez's first husband came out. He spoke. He blames Diddy for their divorce. That goes way back. That
I
goes way
thought
back.
that was that
Johnny Noah was her first husband, which we never heard anything from about him
she didn't
after.
have kids by this guy, did she?
I don't think so. Um, Lopez, she's 55 now, filed for divorce from Ben Affleck in August. Was married to Noah, who's 50 now, for less than a year from 1997 to January of 98. Wow, that wasn't that long. Um,
Yeah, her marriages don't last that
Noah
long.
alleged that part of that divorce was Diddy's fault. He explained that during the fallout of their marriage, Lopez had begun working closely with Combs in New York on her debut album, On the 6th. Meanwhile, Noah was in Los Angeles working at Lopez's Pasadena restaurant, Madres. There in that distance, in that separation, was where the deception started. Woo. Shortly after their divorce, Combs and Lopez stepped out as a couple in 99. They dated for 2 years before splitting in 2001.
I
I
think
have so many.
Jennifer Lopez to me is one of those what do you call it? The people that, hey, I'm going to do this because it's going to get me somewhere.
Um,
It's a word for it. You know what I'm
what'd you
talking
say?
about, right?
What'd you say? Yeah.
A person that, hey, I'm going to accept this, or I'm going to date this person because it's going to get me somewhere in life. You know, it's
Oh
going to
yeah.
boost my career.
Um,
Opportunists,
yeah.
opportunists. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
For me, uh, she kind of played her cards right because after she dated him, then she became this big actress. Um, she started,
Even singing,
I
you know,
think, enough.
like on the world stage,
Uh, she
they
cannot
love
sing.
her,
I wish she
and she
stopped.
can't
She can
sing
be a
worth a
dancer.
shit.
She could be a dancer now. Now you talking about some dance routines? She could be a backup dancer for somebody. Now I'm gonna give her that.
I think they auto tune her a lot. You know, her
Singer,
voice.
no
Yeah,
ma'am,
her
but
songs.
dancer, absolutely.
Let me see how many
Um,
records she sold.
Jenny from the Block, I know was one. He was like that album was called On the 6th. Um, but I feel like, okay, she gambled. She played her cards right. This thing says she dated Diddy for 2
Yeah,
years.
she only dated for.
Do y'all think that she's on any of those tapes?
I told. Remember, we just viewed it yesterday. Monday.
View
Remember the
what?
lawsuit that just came out against Diddy. They dated. She said the victim said, Diddy assaulted me. Some other rapper, she didn't name the other rapper. Celebrity A assaulted me, and Celebrity B, watch, the Celebrity B was a female, and it was during a time that her and Diddy was dating.
Oh, so we just assuming that's
Yeah,
not,
it's just assumption. It's just
yeah,
assumption.
but if it wasn't her, but I'm saying that aside, you know, what do we feel like anything, and why hasn't she spoken?
She's not
Because
gonna speak. She's not gonna
I
speak.
feel like if you're not a part of, there's lots of people who have started speaking now.
Yeah, she's gonna
Um,
remain silent.
so
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting to me to see how this portion progresses from Jenny from the Block, because Jenny from the Block, she gives messy. Because look
Jenny
at all the husbands she done ran through. Look at all the boyfriends she done ran through.
Jenny from the Block sold 80 million records.
Oh yeah, I did. But
And
I don't know.
with
I didn't buy it, so I don't know.
15 billion streams worldwide.
Which is crazy. Now you up here talking about, are we promoting violence and by listening to these? Look at this. 80 million people are listening to this horrible singing. What
They
y'all
auto
doing?
tuner though. They auto tuner.
I don't even know none of the songs from this album. I just don't know the name of the album. I ain't never heard a song from this album.
She has
I don't
You
listen to
Had My Love, Waiting for Tonight. Waiting for Tonight. Oh, is
Now
that one?
that one I do know because
Yeah.
I feel like it was part of a movie or something.
Love don't cost a thing. Remember that one?
Oh Lord, let me go to the next one because this singing
Jenny from the block.
heard
Is that what guy? I'm
Yeah,
not
heard-
really when a Jenny from the block.
that.
Jenny from the
That is
block.
taking me out. Y'all, there are so many things that we could talk about today. We're gonna talk about this right here next because
Oh my God.
it's just so many things that's happening in Hollywood now. Like, what are we doing?
What is
I'm
this?
gonna share this.
Dallas man gets prison.
Dallas pharmacy owner with aspiring Hollywood career sentenced to federal prison for a healthcare scam.
The title is just funny to me. I just
Okay,
like
let me play this because I haven't seen this, but I'm gonna play it
Okay.
so we can.
Without investment,
These
life-changing
commercials
medical
turn me out. They
breakthroughs
try to get you
slow
going
down.
and coming.
Citi's
can't even
banking
see
markets
it.
and services businesses deliver global financial solutions that help a client like Amgen innovate without
Citibank, you're
delay.
not doing it.
Citi.
A North Texas man received 10 years in federal prison for running a health care scam. Prosecutors say he used the millions he made in stolen cash to fund a lavish lifestyle and a Hollywood career. Fox Sports' David Centendry is in Dallas tonight with more on this story. David.
Yeah, that pharmacy owner was trying to make it in Hollywood, but instead now he's headed to federal prison. A Dallas pharmacy owner, 37-year-old Ivor Jola, shown here on his public Instagram page, was trying to make it as a Hollywood director and screenplay writer, is substantial.
$41 million is a lot of money.
Shannon Turley, that co-conspirator, is scheduled to be sentenced here at the federal courthouse next month.
Y'all,
Okay, just answer me this. Is it worth it? He only got 10 years, but he got $41 million. Was that worth it?
actually, he didn't. They said $41 million has been returned.
Okay.
So he only so missing from that is $5 million.
Okay.
Which probably is wrapped up in
the
6
real estate.
pharmacies
Yeah, real
that
estate. They probably confiscated, right?
they owned and operated, but they're functioning pharmacies. You know what I'm saying? So they're probably
Okay.
waiting to sell. Now the government is probably forcing the sale of said pharmacies, so they're waiting for someone to buy the pharmacies to recoup the other $5 million.
Mm.
So
So was he like, what was the scheme? He was billing insurance companies, and not providing. These were fake
no, he was
prescriptions or
sending in
something.
fake claims and
Okay.
getting money off the fake claims, but he also was paying doctors to stamp the prescriptions that they were filling so that they could bill the insurance companies. Girl, okay? Big pharma is a big corrupt industry. Okay? There's probably far more people than him doing the same thing, but on a smaller scale. See, he got greedy because he wanted to get into Hollywood. And so he needed to exponentially multiply his money because he wanted to be like he said a director and
movie
screenwriter. So you
star.
need to have you have to
I'm
have
not a
you
money
don't know that
brat.
when you write movies, you
Mhm.
can't just come and be like, this my script. No, you got to have a budget
Mhm.
for a production company to pick you up. You got to have part of the money, and then they put up part of the money, and then that's how the movie or whatever it is can go forward.
Mhm.
So yeah, like look, I'm telling you, I don't know if I would want any of my children to be involved in Hollywood or because look, it's creepy what these people are doing to get recognized, to be a part of this unknown club or untold club.
Yeah, I could see Hollywood is a dangerous
Now
game.
listen, now I'm gonna show this because this right here took me out. He got 10 years for what he did, right?
Hmm.
And so let me show you the disparages between what goes on. Hold on, my computer is acting up. Okay, there you go. Let me get rid of this. Okay. Ex-City of Amarillo employee who stole $465,000 from a homeless, sentenced to 2 years in prison. She gonna be out in 7 months.
I don't think that's a disparaging thing.
I think it's a market difference because she, unlike
Mhm.
him, he was a regular person. He didn't have access to people's personal information. She had access to people's personal information because she worked for the city. She was a trusted.
I'm I I disagree. When you're in pharmacy, you have to have their personal information, right?
Yeah,
To
and
build
and
their
pharmacy,
insurance
but see,
company.
this lady, she's working for the city. I don't
Okay.
expect to, because your information is at the city, especially if you own property or, you're receiving services from the city or, just they have a lot of your information.
Did
Um,
she steal it from, like, she applied for fake services and she stole, similar to what this guy did?
let me see how she
Fake
gained
insurance
access.
claims, basically.
No, I feel like, if I read this one correctly, um in her job with the city, Dixon was supposed to pay landlords a fair market rental fee in exchange for housing people who needed assistance. So that's how she got their information. They came in for help.
Saying, "I need help."
Right. And I feel like
And
that
she
is
filled out paperwork and never gave the help and got the money.
right.
Okay.
Right.
How was she able to obtain the money? That's what I don't understand. How'd the
Because
money
like
get
that's
forwarded to
another
her?
thing for me too. Like how does she even.
Was this a nonprofit organization?
No, I told you
Or
she
she
worked for
was
the
work for
city.
the city?
She worked for the city.
Okay.
She
Mm,
worked for the city.
okay.
And it's so much corruption going on everywhere. I feel like you'd be hard pressed
These
to.
gas prices are high.
Child, they outrageous.
They must be high as hell for you to be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna be taking." And
I
you know what? I think people think it's so easy to steal, and people don't think they're gonna get caught. That's why they do it. You
true,
you you see what I'm saying? It's like,
true.
oh, this is so easy to do this, and I'll probably never get caught. And just imagine how many people don't get caught.
Yeah, and I think that's what they're basing
Hmm.
what they're doing on.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Oh no, I haven't seen anybody. This is probably safe. This
Right,
is a
right.
safe
This is
city.
a new thing that
Listen,
you probably invented. Like,
ain't
it's not
nothing
new.
safe.
It's not
All
new.
right, y'all, we coming down to the last topic of the day. What's next for the Menendez brothers as DA recommends their resentencing decades after parents' killing? Let's watch the little video. It's gonna be a commercial watch.
A Chewy order is on the way for
This right here. This is that propaganda.
Rue, who can speak for himself, but can't shop for himself. So when he gave his Rue of approval on the food Dad bought on Chewy,
This right
Dad
here.
put it on auto
This
ship,
case right here
so it always
on
gets
a
delivered right on Rue's
are a
schedule.
salute.
The flavor Rue loves,
A
the savings they
salute.
love.
I'm sorry.
For automatic delivery and 5% savings, for life with pets, there's Chewy.
I have to tell you that after a very careful review of all the arguments that were made for people on both sides of this equation, I came to a place where I believe that under the law, resentencing is appropriate, and I am going to recommend that to a court tomorrow. What that means in this particular case is that we're going to recommend to the court that the life without the possibility of parole be removed and that they will be sentenced for murder, which, because there are two murders involved, that will be 50 years to life. However, because of their age, under the law, since they were under 26 years of age at the time that these crimes occurred, they will be eligible for parole immediately.
What did he say? What was the last part? That thing was
They
so
will
low.
be eligible for parole immediately.
Right.
Now, I believe California has a law that if you commit a murder or crime, they have some statutory, I guess, some limits. Maybe because California is real liberal, and not to say there's nothing wrong with it, but I think it's probably due to brain development under the age of 26. I'm assuming that's why that law exists.
Well, they have shocked me with some recent laws that don't seem too liberal, but I mean, in the past they have been a very liberal state. But for me, this right here gonna start a whole slew, and it's interesting. It's interesting. Are the DAs they're elected?
Yeah,
You
they're
know?
elected officials. Yeah.
Hmm. I wonder if it's election time.
It might be. I need to check.
Because this would look good on your resume for the justice people, for the people who be like, oh yeah, justice need to be served. These children, these men was children when they did this. Child, the thing for me, like I said, they need a psych evaluation immediately. Not they need immediately be released. They need a psych evaluation immediately. Because one of the brothers was under psychiatric care under a crazy psychologist at that. So what if they get out and somebody else do something to them? And they be like, well, we got away with it one time and we probably know how to do it better now than we did back then when we was kids. But I feel like this is going to start a whole slew of motions, cases where people that were sentenced at their age had the same factors. And we're going to see what's going to happen.
I think it's I don't know if he's up for re-election, but I
Cameron,
just
he lost his license, his ability to practice. Say it again.
You said he lost his ability to practice?
Yeah, the
The
therapist.
therapist.
Yeah.
Okay. Gascon, they're saying that he's struggling to keep his job. I'm not for sure why, but they said on LA Times is saying that how he's struggling to keep his job. Um and it's saying I'm not for sure if he I think he's up for re-election because it's 2024 because he got elected in 2020. But I don't think it's going to do him any good because right now California and Los Angeles, some of the citizens are mad because of the crime in Los Angeles.
Well, this
So
ain't going to help.
yeah, I don't think this is
But
going to
listen,
help.
this is what I want to say though. Do you see how those people came together and applied that pressure?
His family and stuff?
Yes.
Or just okay.
In general,
In
they had a
general,
lot more people than just his
yeah,
family. They
yeah.
had, of course, you always have those justice groups, that look at cases and things like that. You can submit your case and all this stuff. So they had all of those people. But look how they came together, put pressure on that man. And the next thing you know, look at what they did. They came together in spite of the uncle saying they need to
No.
stay in there
Yeah, they
forever.
need to stay there.
Now that's crazy to me that you're not even listening to the other argument. You're just strictly over here. You didn't even say, no, we need ample time to interview both sides of the family. Do you know what I'm saying? At least so you can make an informed decision. Because the other side of the family may know things that you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this is worrisome for me. This man, if he's on his way out, he gonna make this decision. This is gonna happen. And baby, if they do anything else, that uncle, he should come out loud and proud and say, I told y'all. I told y'all.
Yeah, I struggle. How will they integrate them to society? I mean, it's like you've been locked up since you were essentially a kid.
Okay.
So
I mean, you don't know anything
what
about
jobs would you
smartphones.
have?
Did they go to
Um,
school? I mean, they're not even taking into account because even when you go before the parole board, they look at what programs you've involved yourself in prison. Did you go to school? Because they go to school for free. They could get any type of degree they want for free.
I think one of the things that Gascon was saying that based off their behavior in prison as well, they probably will be eligible for parole immediately.
If you spend most of your life segregated from general population, or because they were well known, like you can't tell me anybody that went in and out of there didn't know who they were. So I'm sure that they didn't, they're not like general population, all that type,
Yeah.
stuff. So,
Mhm.
uh, yeah, this is nothing. I feel like, what have they done while they're in prison? Did they gain any type of degree or any type of skill? Have they done any
I
of that?
really, I don't know. I'm assuming maybe they have, but I don't know. I
I'm
don't
gonna see
know.
if I can find out and we'll talk about it because for
Yeah.
me, just because something happened when you was a kid, okay, it was a very heinous crime for me. That
Mhm.
man called it parent-side. It was a very heinous crime for me. It
Mhm.
psych evaluate, you were already in therapy, at least one of them was. Um, yeah, this is worrisome. This is worrisome,
I
very.
yeah, because then that's going to set the precedents of or precedents of other cases, right?
That
Like
that's yep.
you're gonna be like, oh, this person said they were molested, or people. Oh, I killed so and so because they molested me. That's just gonna. Oh, remember back in 2024, the state versus Menendez brothers, and they were overturned or not overturned their conviction. They just lessened their sentence
And how is this
because of
gonna
this
work?
claim.
And how is this gonna work going forward with cases that are coming up now with this question involved? Once you do this
Everybody's gonna make this false claim saying, "Oh, I was molested."
once you do this, it will become record and a case that people can reference
Hmm.
when they go into court. So for me, this has so many implications that it's insane. That, okay, so now people are looking at this out here. They're free right now. They do something. The first thing they're gonna say is, now this person is gone. Not no longer here. They are unalived. They're gonna say, They essayed me.
You can't prove
What
it, and
what you
now you
gonna do?
just
You can't
saying,
prove because that person is
yeah,
unalived.
they're gone.
And listen, and with SA, just because other family members or other people weren't a witness to it doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Yeah, yeah,
You see what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's something that you're not gonna be able to prove.
yeah.
I mean, this has so many implications. This is taking me out because I am going to be watching the law uh journals and the law side of Google and news.
They have rulings and publications that they post in what
Yeah,
do they call them? Like a correspondence. They
they
call
have
them
a law
something else,
journal
but
too
yeah,
that you can look in, like a law
yeah.
journal magazine where they
Or,
talk
or
about
or opinions. They always write
they talk about
opinions
this
and
thing.
stuff
But
like that.
listen,
Yeah.
I'm going to be watching the law news so close because, like I said, in a minute there are going to be a slew of motions and filings of people who back during their time did the same thing or was involved in the same thing and somehow mentioned in their interview that they were essayed or whatever. And
Mhm.
for me, where did this accusation even come from? I don't remember it being even part of the record as far as
It wasn't. I think it wasn't a part of the original. Remember they had a didn't they have a hung jury the first time and then
they
they
did.
had to retry him,
They did.
right? And
They
so
did.
it wasn't part of the original record. And then once they, um, I think the young boy, I actually believe that they were. I actually believe that. I think the oldest boy was so like macho, I'm not telling you, and the youngest boy was so traumatized he couldn't get it out. They just and then I think the older boy was so he's was such a liar. He conjured up this story um to make it more believable. Even though it did happen, this is what I'm assuming based off the the documentary that I
Now,
watched.
yeah, for me, I believe that the mental abuse happened. I'm not so sure about this other thing. I do believe that the mental abuse happened. I do believe that.
Now, did you watch any of the documentaries?
I haven't had a chance to. I've been working on so many other things. I just haven't had a chance to
So the
go
youngest
into it.
boy, I'm trying to think. Was it the youngest boy? I think the youngest one, he's the one who was in acting. I believe it was him. He used to write scripts and plays and stuff. And he wrote a script or a play ki- about killing his parents. Um so only reason why I'm telling you this is because when they this second trial, he didn't know how to articulate of what happened to him. So people didn't believe him. He was so unhinged and it was real erratic
Yeah,
in the
for
way
me,
he was speaking.
the older brother was the one that was telling him what to say and what to do.
It was
So
that was that's what they were saying.
when it came to them being at trial, he had to speak for himself. He could not.
He couldn't speak for
He
himself.
could not because he to me, he was being fed what to say. So
Mhm.
that's the why I'm saying what I'm saying. Now, the mental abuse, like I said, I believe that that took place. I believe that.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
believe that the degradation and the mental abuse about, the father, saying, y'all can't do anything right. I believe that. But this other stuff,
Okay, so one thing I don't like about Netflix, and they did this with this other documentary. I don't know if you remember that trial that the guy was arrested for this murder, and they let him out. They got it overturned. They let him out again, and then they were trying him one more time because they found another victim on their property. I forget what the thing's name, but Netflix has a way of twisting stuff. So in this Menendez documentary, they said the dad had some type of sexual perversion. And I wouldn't even call it sexual perversion. He was gay, basically. So he went out of town. When he went to go sign this big music artist, he went out of town to somewhere, I don't know if it was New York or whatever, and he had a paid escort. And it was a guy, it was a younger guy. And, they were going, they didn't show the whole scene, but it was some type of perversion where he liked to control and hurt people, like that what do you call it? Dominatrix. Yeah, that kind of thing. So I don't know how they formulated that, because how would you get that story unless you know the guy that actually performed the act?
For me, where is the person?
Yeah, where is the person? That's what I didn't know. How did they come up with that?
Right. So that's why I said, okay, the mental abuse, I can rock with that, but this other part.
And then, in one part of the story, they showed that the boys was actually having sex with each other. The mom walked in, and the two boys was in the shower together.
That's crazy.
So,
but
why is that a learned behavior? And then other parts they were saying, now this is Netflix portraying that other parts where the dad will lock the room up with him in the room and he's doing his business, and the mom would just be like, oh, don't bother them. She knows not to go into the room. And this was portrayed in the documentary. So I'm thinking like, okay, if it's not true, why would they portray that in the documentary? But I could remember somebody else, I think it was Candace Owens, she created another documentary on this other guy that was basically charged and convicted of murder, and they let him out based off these documentaries they created. They portrayed this narrative like, oh, he's such an innocent man, and he really wasn't.
Well, to me, yeah, this is something to watch. This is something to watch because if these people have not been rehabilitated as they're supposed to be when they're in prison, we're going to see them do something else because it's in there and it hasn't been addressed medically or just out in the open. So, I feel like this is something to watch. This is going to start a slew of things. I'm telling you, just like listen, you heard it here on Unpopular Opinion, because look at what happened with Lil Durk when we talked about him the other day. Now, listen, this is going to start a slew of motions. It's putting a big wheel in motion all across the country, because this case will be used. That's what I'm saying. Well, we are about to get out of here. What you got today, Shawan?
I might go on a little later on online, because it's a couple of things that I want to discuss that happened last night. So, political stuff. So,
okay. Well, I am going on. Y'all forgive me if I be running a little late tonight. I'm going on today with my thing. I'm going to play the trailer, and then we're going to close out the show when we come back after the trailer.
What you're stating up here is untrue. It's false. For the record, Unique, when was the last you just sent them the credit card bills that they claiming they never got? Go ahead, finance director. Good evening. Go ahead, Tanginique. Yeah, go ahead. And this is our finance director, because all the lies y'all tell up here is ridiculous. Can you speak into the mic so they can hear you in the back?
Yeah, the electronic warrant details the credit card payment, all the transactions.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Thank you. So, as you can see, there's no form, so we will not be having an actual board.
I said it, and I was very clear when I said it.
This Friday at 8 p.m.
We'll uncover the dark secrets of Darlene the Ghoul, Tanginique the Goblin, Tiffany the Gremlin, and Cheryl the Ghost. Don't miss it, or else.
They are all corrupt. Every last one of them up here are corrupt.
That thing cracks me up every time I watch it.
They are all corrupt.
Okay, that's what she said at that last board meeting where she was dressed in all that pink. That's what she said. She said they're all corrupt, all of them. They're all corrupt.
That's funny.
As always, a pleasure listening and watching you fine ladies informing us with the real. Have a wonderful and blessed weekend. Nice trailer, super producer.
Peace, Q.
Right back at you, Q. Have a good weekend.
Q,
Stay safe.
out of the DFW.
Okay, stay safe. All of you all have the best weekend possible.
Yes.
Okay?
Stay warm. It's cold outside.
It's getting chilly.
Yeah.
Good show. Okay. Why you got to put her name first, Justin? I be feeling offended sometimes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Justin.
Good show, Shawan Burns and super producer. I'll see y'all later. Yes. You all have a good weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your family. And listen, keep this in the front of your mind. Super producer love you with her whole heart. Okay? I don't know about Shawan.
Keep this in front of your mind. Shawan Burns love you. See, that was
one of these days she's gonna get on the right note. She's gonna get on a key that
I'm on the note. I'm on the note.
It's been a pleasure, and I'll be looking forward to watching the All in the Cute. Thank you, Carrington.
Carrington, you don't need to go over there.
It's hot in Texas, boy. It is getting chilly in Illinois. It's my time. Do you understand me?
It's your time to what?
Chicago.
It's your time to what?
To break out my winter wardrobe.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to see what that's like.
do you see Q telling you, oh Lord? Okay. Oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord. It is right, Q. Oh Lord. It's a mess. But thank you all for watching. We do not take it for granted. You could choose any place to be on your mornings. Okay?
Yes.
But you are choosing
to be
Q,
with
don't
us.
do that. You are
be
choosing
with us
here with us.
until we meet again. I sing hallelujah.
Okay, now let me bring this. Although we've come to
the end of the road, and I can't let you go.
Y'all,
it's you
know what? Lord have mercy. Where is my credits? Where is my stuff? Y'all
press the subscribe button.
Listen.
Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe